Hello and good afternoon. I'm Dr. Vincent Hill. I'm founder and CEO of Fraud Intercept Initiative. That's inside joke. I'm a forensic pathologist and a licensed funeral director. And as the presentation goes on, I'll explain to you how these two experiences allowed me to come up with this business model and this investment opportunity. Fraud of the deceased is a large and growing problem, as this recent article from the Washington Post states that if an agency doesn't know an individual is dead, fraud will definitely occur. This year, AARP released an article that said 2.5 million decedents will apply for credit cards this year and every year. The CNN Money magazine published an article that said for $10, you can go to Social Security Administration's Death Master File and get the identity of any decedent, and this is legal. And of course, but if you're criminally minded, you're going to use that information for fraudulent reasons. Fraud is pervasive and it's epidemic. Fraudsters are getting very innovative. Several days ago, I had a meeting with American Express, and they voiced an interest in the idea because they said they're constantly putting defensive layers on the fraud-fighting strategies that they have to institute. The existing systems are inadequate, so fraud is preventable if my method is utilized. Now, the problem of the Social Security Administrative Death Master File, there's many concerns and problems with it. One is that that is not its mission statement. The Death Master File was not designed to prevent fraud. It was designed to make sure that individuals who receive benefits, and if they're dead, those benefits aren't received. There's a problem with lag time. When information finally gets to the Death Master File, it's at least 6 months old. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, and what this means is Social Security depends on many sources for its data, such as family members, funeral homes, the post office, the IRS, or other government agencies. As I stated earlier, I'm a forensic pathologist and a licensed funeral director, so these two professions gave me the insight to come up with the patent, and the patent was issued November of last year. Our plan is simple. We have identified all the electronic death registration system vendors in the country. These vendors are mandated to aggregate all information that's on the death certificate, which they obtain from all 22,000 funeral homes in the United States, and they send that aggregated data to the State Vital Records Department. Our business model will be a licensed revenue sharing arrangement with these vendors to create a real-time accessible database that will be useful to corporations, financial institutions, and should be government agencies, because they're the ones creating the problem. Oh, oops. Okay. Yeah, and government agencies. So as one can see, the business potential is huge. And with the patent will prevent these vendors from using this business model. This map shows the vendors in their associated states, and with there just being a handful of vendors, it will decrease the risk associated with developing this business model. The end goal is to create a unified single source of real-time data that's accessible. Even though the business is in this early stage of commercialization, the necessary groundwork has been done to establish a long-term, sustainable, let me get the correct political phrase. It's a long-term, sustainable, Well, it could be a monopoly. All right, the idea for the patent came to me in 2009. The patent was published 2010, and it was issued 2011. Conversations with the Bank of America and American Express highlighted their interest in creating this idea as a defense layer to prevent fraud. So with the completion of the accelerator program, I continue to reach out to the electronic death registration system vendors to create this business. I would like to thank my Health Wildcatter Accelerator team for supporting me. And I would like to thank you for letting me introduce Fraud Intercept Initiative.